What if the biggest challenge for Amy Fleming this season isn't a wild horse, but her own heart? After the emotional roller coaster of the Heartland Season 19 premiere, Episode 2, Two Can Keep a Secret, promises to pull us even deeper into the Fleming-Bartlett family's most intimate battles. This isn't just another chapter on the ranch. It's the moment when love, grief, and growing up all collide under the same wide Alberta sky. The first episode ended with a fragile kind of hope, a spark that could heal or burn. Amy finally allowed herself to look toward something new. Nathan appeared gentle, steady, and genuinely kind. The sort of man who doesn't just admire her strength, but understands it. For a woman who's spent years carrying memories heavier than any saddle, letting someone in again was a small miracle, but every miracle has a cost. For Lyndy, that cost came suddenly. She's grown up with a hole in her heart where her father used to be, trying to fill it with stories, pictures, and the quiet bravery she inherited from both parents. When she saw her mom and Nathan sharing a soft, careful kiss in the round pen, it wasn't jealousy that rose in her, it was fear. A small, aching fear that maybe her father's place in her world was shrinking. That single moment, barely a heartbeat long, says more than words ever could. Lyndy's confusion is heartbreak in its purest form. She doesn't have the language to explain what she feels, so it spills out as silence, distance, and maybe a little rebellion. She isn't angry with Amy. She's terrified that love might mean letting go of the memories that shaped her. And Amy, always tuned to the smallest shifts in her daughter's heart, can feel that storm brewing. Episode 2 revolves around this emotional earthquake. It's not about right or wrong. It's about two people who love each other deeply but can't seem to find the right way to protect that love. For Amy, the question becomes painfully clear. How do you move forward without leaving someone behind? Then comes the dinner scene, a fan-favorite mix of humor and heart that Heartland does better than anyone. Lou, with her usual blend of nosy affection and protective instinct, insists she won't cause trouble over Amy's boyfriend. The way she says the word makes everyone in the room stop for half a second. Jack, leaning back with that familiar glint in his eye, mutters, "Boyfriend? I think I'll be needing a scotch tonight." It's classic Heartland, laughter easing into tenderness. Amy quickly interrupts the teasing. "Can we please just call him Nathan?" she says, her voice calm but firm. "We haven't told Lyndy yet. I don't want to put a label on it." That small line opens a window into her soul. She's walking a thin line, protecting her daughter's feelings while quietly trying to protect her own. It's one of those painfully human moments where love feels like a secret that's both beautiful and dangerous. And that's the magic of this episode. Every joke hides a truth. Every smile carries weight. As the story unfolds, Amy's struggle mirrors something universal, the fear of breaking what's still healing. She wants happiness, but worries that it might come at the cost of her daughter's trust. The ranch has always been her safe place. Yet even here, surrounded by family and familiar hills, she feels the uneasy pull between past and future. Meanwhile, life around her keeps moving, refusing to wait for anyone's heart to catch up. Lyndy's first 4-H show becomes a turning point. What was supposed to be a joyful milestone turns unexpectedly painful. Maybe her horse spooks. Maybe she forgets a step. Whatever happens, it shakes her confidence and deepens the emotional distance already growing between mother and daughter. It's the kind of setback that isn't just about ribbons or trophies. It's about identity. Who is she if the things she loves suddenly feel heavy? Amy, watching her little girl's spirit falter, feels every ounce of that hurt. But she also knows that the only way out of grief is through it. This is where Heartland shines, in showing strength not as perfection, but as persistence. The courage to try again when everything inside you wants to hide. And while the spotlight rests on Amy and Lyndy, the supporting threads weave the bigger tapestry. Katie, now older and more independent, makes a bold decision involving Dodger, one that surprises her family and maybe even herself. It's not rebellion, it's discovery. For Katie, this is the moment she steps out of the shadow of everyone else's expectations and begins to define her own story. Her arc quietly echoes Amy's. Two women, one younger, one older, both learning how to claim their space in a world that's always shifting beneath their boots. Every Heartland episode finds its balance between laughter and loss, and this one is no different. Lou's banter, Jack's humor, Lisa's quiet wisdom, they're not filler. They're lifelines. They remind us that even when hearts are heavy, family is the rope that keeps you steady in the storm. As the episode builds toward its close, expect the emotional threads to tighten. Amy can no longer avoid the truth with Lyndy. The distance between them becomes too wide and the silence too loud. Somewhere on the ranch, maybe near Ty's photo, maybe by the paddock where the sun dips gold over the fields, Amy finally sits with her daughter to talk. It isn't a grand speech. It's gentle, hesitant, real. She tells Lyndy that Nathan isn't trying to replace her dad, that love isn't a limited thing. It grows. It expands. Lyndy, holding back tears, finally lets them fall. She admits she was scared. Scared that letting someone new in would mean letting her dad go. But she also realizes something Amy's been trying to show her all along, that remembering Ty doesn't mean living in the past. It means carrying him forward in every smile, every ride, every moment of courage. By the time the credits roll, the air feels lighter. Not because everything's perfect, but because everything's honest. There's a fragile peace, a quiet promise that even broken hearts can mend when faced with enough love and patience. The final scene might linger at sunset. Amy, Lyndy, and Nathan standing together. Not quite a family yet, but not strangers either. The world around them feels wide again, open, forgiving. There's still uncertainty, still fear, but also warmth, the kind that only comes from choosing to try again. And that's what this episode captures so beautifully, the rhythm of healing. It's never fast, never simple. It comes in whispers, small gestures, a shared laugh over dinner, a hand reaching out after a fall. The secrets that once felt heavy start to lose their weight when the truth steps in. So what will happen next? Will Lyndy fully accept Nathan's place in their lives? Will Amy allow herself to fall without fear of breaking again? And what new choices will Katie's decision set into motion for the whole family? The questions are endless, and that's exactly why you can't look away. Season 19 isn't just another run of stories. It's a reflection of how love evolves. The Fleming-Bartlett family isn't chasing perfection. They're learning how to live with imperfection and still find joy. Episode 2 reminds us that even the strongest hearts can ache, and even the most painful changes can lead to something quietly beautiful. In Heartland, every ending is just a pause before another sunrise. Keep watching, because the next sunrise is almost here.